Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brad Drake of the PowerCast Network, and today I wanted to discuss something that has been bothering me for quite some time. For those of you that are old wrestling fans, such as myself, I have been watching pro wrestling for 35 years, give or take some breaks in between, but for the most part, I've been a wrestling fan, yes, for 35 years. And I've noticed a very disturbing trend the last couple of years on television with promotions and on podcasts and even in advertisements for pro wrestling, where they refer to the tag team title or the tag team championship as the tag team championships, as in multiple championships. Now, I've thought about this long and hard, and it just really irritates me. And it really irritates me because it's not accurate. It's not an accurate depiction of what the tag team title truly is. So let's break this down. Pro wrestling titles or championships are based off of the realism of boxing championships and boxing titles. This was the attempt at pro wrestling when it first became popular at the turn of the century in the 1900s. They were looking for authenticity. Okay, so at that time, the top prize in all of sports was the boxing world heavyweight title. The heavyweight was the largest boxer, the largest athlete, so therefore it was the most prestigious. You have to remember also that at that time, in the United States of America at least, boxing was the number one sport in America. And this held true all the way pretty much until the 1950s when it was overtaken by baseball. Baseball became the number one sport. Today, most people would consider American style football as the number one sport in the United States of America. So the World Heavyweight title was the most prestigious title in all of boxing, and therefore it became the most prestigious title in all of wrestling. Now, you can go back to the beginning roots of wrestling, but everybody knows that the most prestigious title in pro wrestling was the NWA World Heavyweight title. And it was considered the most prestigious title in all of pro wrestling because the NWA represented an alliance, a consortium, if you will, of wrestling promoters throughout the world. It wasn't just the United States. There was eventually promoters in Japan, Australia, Canada, Mexico, New Zealand, all over the world. So the NWA World Heavyweight title really had a prestige about it and really meant something as the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, it was predetermined even back then, but it still had held that aura and that importance in pro wrestling. Now, the World Tag Team title was then created. Now, obviously, there is not a World Tag Team title in boxing or in MMA or anything like that, but there certainly was in pro wrestling, and the World Tag Team title held a prestigious name on its own. Now, most territories carried their own version of the World Tag Team title, and you can research this in any title history database. But here's the thing. It was one title. It was not numerous titles or numerous championships. The World Tag Team title, now remember that's a name. The title is just a name. So in this case, the World Tag Team title was represented by two title holders, hence the name Tag Team title. So each holder held claim to the Tag Team title. So even when you hear people call it the Tag Team titles, that's actually incorrect because it's two holders laying claim to one title. Therefore, it is the Tag Team title or the World Tag Team title or the United States Tag Team title or the NWA Florida Tag Team title, for example. Now, let's take this a step further and look at it from a different point of view. In pro sports, there are league championships that are won every year. So let's take the Stanley Cup, for example. The Stanley Cup is a team title represented by one cup. Therefore, you don't hear people say they've won the cups. It's always they've won the cup. Now they'll call the members of the team the champions because all the members of that team hold claim to that team title, also known as the Stanley Cup. It's the same thing in pro wrestling. The title holders can be referred to as the champions or the tag team champions. Remember, it's one title. The title holders lay claim to the tag team championship. The championship is also represented in this case by two belts, whereas the Stanley Cup is represented by one cup. Champions lay claim to the cup. Tag team champions lay claim to the tag team title. So I'm not quite sure where this trend of calling the tag team title the tag team championships multiple began, but it's incorrect. And like a bad virus, it's spreading, and it's not accurate. There's no such thing as tag team championships for one title. Now, the exception to this rule would be teams that hold multiple tag team titles from various promotions. The first thought that pops in my head when I think of probably being accurate calling it the tag team championships, or if you were to refer to the All Japan Unified World Tag Team titles in the 1990s. It was actually two separate championships, two separate titles that made up the Unified World Tag Team title. This was the NWA International Tag Team title and the PWF World Tag Team title. Combined, they became the All Japan World Tag Team title. So I could understand if somebody referred to that as the All Japan Tag Team Championships. It wouldn't be my choice of words, but it wouldn't entirely be incorrect. However, referring to the modern day WWE or AEW tag titles, respectively, as the Tag Team Championships is incorrect. Those two belts only represent one title, one championship. I hope that clears everything up for everybody, and I hope some people take this to heart, because it really is an annoying thing, and I hope that I've been able to explain this properly. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Our time limit, and it's for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the manager, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He represents at a total combined weight of 515 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Bret Hitman Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is the one you've been waiting for as we present a special match for the AWA Tag Team Championship.